Check us out. This is the I Am Heavy Cash podcast representing the Shy and the NY. My name is Don Heavy. We're going to get into a little investment, pros and cons. We're going to weigh it out. So, in the community, I want to say the black community, but I won't really say the black community. I'm going to say the community. In the community, investing in stocks is like, you know, that ugly sister that has to go to prom that you really don't want to take the prom, and if you can get out of taking her to prom, then you really won't take her to prom, regardless of how mad her parents might be. You're just not going to do it. And that's what investing in stocks is to most people. Now, people tend to take other things and invest in those other things, and I don't think they're aware that they are making investments in these other things. So today on I Am Heavy Cash, we are going to talk about the pros and cons. We're going to weigh them out, the pros and cons of these other tangible investments, and weigh them out against investing in straight, cold, hard stocks.
Black market.
Or should I say liquid assets that aren't cold and hard, because they're liquid assets. But anyway, first one I'm going to weigh in on is jewelry. Now, I see a lot of you rappers out there and a lot of you young guys out there all trying to get some jewelry. Now, I see your angel wings, your canary angel wings, and I see your new wristwatch, your new bracelet, and even your gold teeth. I see you, Trinidad. Your gold teeth, maybe even a necklace or whatever, and you know what I mean, some of the sexy mamas. I see you with your finger rings and your toe rings and your you know what I mean, you know what ring, and your belly button ring with your nipple rings and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this jewelry. Let's talk about the pros of investing in this tangible jewelry. So, not really much in the jewelry game. Forgive me for that. You know what I'm saying? I do the stock thing, so I apologize if I don't know enough about, you know, the game that you play when you do this investment thing that you do. But I'm going to talk about what I do know. So let's talk about this jewelry, all right? Well, I know that jewelry appreciates with rarity and age. So if you swim down to the bottom of whatever ocean that is, you get the Titanic jewel that rolls through down there, come back up with this ruby, you might have a good investment. You know, being as the salt water didn't rust it or whatever, you have a good investment. This is an old ass jewel, old ass ruby, worn by an old ass lady on an old ass boat in the bottom of the ocean. Good investment. If you cannot swim, if you don't got your scuba gear handy at that point, you're not going to be able to make that investment. Let's just make that clear. All right. We also know that jewelry is precious stones and precious metals. Diamonds are precious. White gold, precious. Yellow gold, rose gold, that's nice. Platinum is nice. You know what I'm saying? Silver is nice. Bronze, if your jewelry is made out of bronze, I don't know about you. But silver, gold, diamonds, rubies, all that and above, precious stones, they appreciate with value and rarity as well. Now, this is what most people invest in jewelry for, because they make you look good. So when you're investing in this jewelry, you're investing in yourself because it makes you look good, and it makes you look good and better to the opposite sex and to your peers. Let me say that again. It makes you look good and better. So if you don't look good already, it'll bring you up to good, and if you look good, it'll bring you up to great. It makes you look good and better to your peers and to the opposite sex. Now those are some heavy pros to jewelry, especially when you're trying to appeal to the opposite sex, because a lot of you struggle with that. But you know what? That's none of my business, because we're talking about investing right now. Investing in stocks and investing in jewelry. So then let's take it to the next level. The cons of investing in jewelry. Number one, I don't know about you, but I live in Chicago right now. I'm from the projects in New York City, and I can tell you right now, if you're walking down the street with too much gold on, or too many diamonds on, or looking too good in your new jewelry, or you looking too shiny or something, it can and will be stolen. It will be kindly removed from you with without a thank you or you welcome. All right, there's no manners in this favor that is being done for you. All right, it can be stolen. You will be robbed for this jewelry that you invested in, that you worked day in and day out to buy this jewelry so you could look good on Friday. From 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. 4:30 on your way home, you will be robbed. You no longer have jewelry. Now, you worked hard for someone else's investment. Okay? Let's move on.
Run that chain.
No market regulators for jewelry. There are no market regulators for jewelry. What does that mean? What does that mean, people? Well, let's break it down. I go to K Jeweler today and I get a diamond watch or a diamond necklace for my girl for 5 stacks, 5 G's, 5,00. $5,000. I get this precious whatever. If you like platinum, if platinum is your forte, then let it be platinum. If gold is your thing, then let it be gold. Whatever. If it has diamonds in it, cubic zirconium, I don't care. But whatever it has in it, I get this for my girl. 5,000. We break up the next day. She goes to the pawn shop. She never wore it.
Never?
She goes to the pawn shop and she tries to pawn this precious thing from K Jeweler. She still got the receipt. The receipt says the day before.
Well, damn.
Guess what? She's not going to be able to sell it for $5,000 because the pawn shop is not buying it for $5,000 because there's no regulator saying that they have to buy it for $5,000. It's whatever they feel like buying for it. Well, feel like paying for it. All right? There's no regulators. There's no market regulators in this jewelry game if you're using it as an investment. Which brings up another case. Jewelry is subject to the client. Because you can sell jewelry, but at the end of the day, it has to be bought by the client. And because there's no market regulators, they're going to wheel and deal you. I know if you come up to me with some jewelry, if I don't play you for thinking that it's fake off the rip, I'm going to definitely try to talk you down. If you want 400 for it, I'm trying to get it for 250. You know what I'm saying? You could break me at 3, but I'm not giving you the 4.
Run that.
And if I think that you're trying to upsell me, I'm not going to spend more than 150 for it. Especially if I got the cash in hand, baby. Cash talk. That other thing walk. And you know what that other thing is? Fake jewelry. Not to mention cons about jewelry. You never know it's fake until you find out it's fake. Even at K Jewelers, even at Jared's, they went to Jared. You know what I'm saying? I know they went to Jared. But you know what? Jared didn't know where they went to before they came to Jared. So that now Jared has fake jewelry. Not saying that is a fact. I'm just saying it's a scenario, it's a situation that may occur. Fake jewelry is a problem. But you don't know it's fake unless you got the jeweler's eye, which you've been investing in jewelry for many years, and you know fake diamond when you see one from the cut. You know if it's glass or if it's stone, whatever the case may be. You know if it's gold plated or if it's regular plated, or if it's silver plated, or if it's actual gold or actual silver. You know all of this, you know, if you have that eye. But if you don't have that eye, then you're at the mercy of the person that's selling it to you, whether it's an incredible establishment or whether it's Ock from up the block. You are at the mercy of whoever is selling this jewelry to you, you know. And last but not least, it's not as liquid. Now, it can become liquid if it gets caught in your house in a fire and gets melted back down to its natural form. Yes, it can be liquid at that point. But what I mean by liquid is it doesn't turn to cash fast enough. It does not turn to cash fast enough. It's too much of a process to turn jewelry into cash. You got to get it appraised. You have to actually get it. You have to actually sell it. Then you get the cash. If you're not selling it on credit, all right? That's just some pros and cons of this jewelry thing if you're using that as investment. If you have any problems with what I'm saying, please feel free to contact DonHeavy_invest on Twitter. I'm always talking about investments. I'm always talking about people wasting their money, and I'm always talking about people making money in the stock market. You can also view us on the black market on YouTube. The Black Market Watch, I apologize, on YouTube, which is just a series of investment suggestions and ways, the basic ways to play the stock market by teaching you the basics from the beginning. But I digress. Let's move on. Something that gets invested in heavily
Heavy shit.
in the lower income communities is clothes. The only pro I can think of for clothes is that you look good in them. Now, there's more pros, like, you know, if you're a guy, the girls might think you fly. You might get a couple more girls than you did last week, last month, last year. Same thing for the girls. The guys that think you fly, you might get a couple more girls that hate on you, you know, more than last week, last year, so on and so forth. You know, I know for girls, you know, the haters matter a lot. The haters are your motivators, right? Right, Nikki? Okay. You look good in them. You look good in the clothes. Your peers think you look good in the clothes. Everybody thinks you look good in the clothes. Okay. Clothes are showing off your figure, or the new J's is looking fly on your feet, boy. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the cons of these clothes. Clothes only depreciate. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just say this once, because I don't want to utter this again. If you have on some jeans, and I like them, and let's say I purchased them from you when you no longer can wear these jeans, I am not about to pay anywhere near the retail price for those pair of jeans when you and your sweaty buns and sweaty balls were in those jeans walking around all damn summer. I'm not paying that. I'm sorry. I apologize for being picky. I apologize for being soft, if you want to call me soft, but I'm not. Just your sweaty buns and sweaty balls they don't appeal to me. So no, I'm not going to pay anywhere near the retail. In fact, if your sweaty buns and sweaty balls were in them, and depending on how much you sweat and how hot it was that summer, you might have to pay me to take those jeans from you. Just being real here. Another thing about clothes, you don't always get value with clothes. So your clothes can be worth $10, but because they're in season and because they're the fad, you're buying them for $200. Guess what? When they're out of season, they're out of fad, you can't sell them for $200. You can only sell them for what someone will agree to buy them for. Or you can only sell them for their true value. Yes, true value. I like that story. And clothes only become more expensive with inflation, but they do not rise with inflation. Meaning, because they become more expensive with inflation, you cannot sell your clothes for more just because the prices are inflated, because you have to sell them for value. Okay? Now, these are investments that people take every day, because I'm going to tell you why they're investments. You take time out your day. You invest time to looking into this jewelry. You take time for searching around for the best price that you can get for those jeans, or for those sneakers, or for that shirt, or for that fitted, those new socks, even those new laces. You take time, and time is invested into that. And research is done to make the best purchase that you can make. Now, that's all good and dandy, but I challenge you to be honest with yourself. Let's be honest here. This is I Am Heavy Cash podcast, and my name is Don Heavy. I'm only speaking the truth to you, so speak the truth to me. Let's be honest here. What do you want? You want to make the dough, or you want to look good? Which one is it?
Which one?
If you want to make dough, then there's going to be sacrifices that you got to make. If you want to look good, then you can be broke and look good. Okay? You're only fooling yourself, and maybe a couple of other people that may be fooled because they think like you. I'm trying to improve the quality of lives here. The quality of life improves when you have dough, not clothes. Dough, money, moolah, cheese, bread, whatever you want to call it, fetty, whatever you want to call it, that improves the quality of life. Nothing more, nothing less. Just like you do that research to find that bargain price, or the best place to find the most legit jewelry. You do all that research. Guess what? You can do that same research on stocks. You can do that same research on companies. It's free. It's called SEC.gov, the Edgar search bar, EDGAR, EDGER. That's just food for thought. Thank you for tuning in to the I Am Heavy Cash podcast by Don Heavy. I'll come back to you guys with another one. But for now, this is it. Take notes. Make sure you invest. Follow me on Twitter at DonHeavy_invest.
Heavy
And
shit.
keep up with Black Market Watch on YouTube. You can find us on the Black Market Watch YouTube channel. Once again, follow me on Twitter at DonHeavy_invest. Let's make this money together, baby. Signing out.
This product is brought to you by the proud people at Her Pretty Ghost.